So now this clip is calibrated. If we just scrub through here, you can see that the points pretty much look the same. They're square instead of round. That makes no difference. But you see this big blue blob. If you don't see it, turn on and off your ground plane. What is this? Well, it's your ground plane. This is what Icarus believes your ground plane is. And as you can see, it also rotates at a kind of odd angle. It's not very accurate, and that's probably because we didn't set our coordinate frame or evaluate our focal length. But that's easily fixable. What we need to do now is set the origin. Any point in this entire clip can be set as the origin. The origin is your center, is the point that's in the middle of your 3D world. So once you get in 3D land, your origin will be, the center, origin, where everything is aligned to. So we need to pick a point. Now, we don't want this point to be the origin, or this point. We probably want the origin on the ground plane, because then everything will line up properly. And once you get into 3D, if you line your objects on the ground plane, it'll settle right where it's supposed to be. Now we want our CG object to be right here, so it'd be smart to set the origin in this general location. You could also do it here, but that wouldn't make too much sense because well, it's just easier if you know where you are. So right-click the point that you want to be the origin and just say set as origin. And now you can see that that ground plane changed to like a coordinate system, and it still doesn't look much better. It rotates oddly, as did the ground plane. It doesn't look like it exactly lines up with your clip. So what you need to do is make sure coordinate frame in your project window thing is selected, and use your Option, Control, your Alt, Control, and Shift keys if you're on Windows, and Option instead of Alt if you're on a Mac, and just use these to rotate your coordinates thingamabob into wherever you think would be best. I don't know what this is called. You basically make it look good. Make it look like it belongs. I'm not sure where the horizon line is, but I think it's probably around here. And that looks good to me. So if we now scrub through this, it looks a lot better. A lot better. It looks very good to me. I'm not very good at judging this, but I think something like that will look good. And you can always change it later once you get in 3D by changing the position of your camera. But now, once that is done, you might be inclined just to export your 3D motion. Although this is completely possible, I don't think it's best to do this until after you have taken a look at your camera settings. Rotation is just how it's analyzed the movement of your camera, so that doesn't really matter. The focal length, aspect ratio, and skew, as well as the principal points, should look like a straight line. And skew obviously does not. It's like jumbled. Looks like some noise filter has been applied to it, or maybe the wiggler in After Effects. And you don't want that. You want it to look pretty much like aspect ratio does. Although this track looks pretty good right now, once you, if this is not a straight line and you export it to a 3D program, it's not going to look the same. It's going to actually be different. So what you need to do now is your third and final time-consuming process, and that is BundleAdjust. So if you go to Camera, BundleAdjust, you want them to constrain the focal length, aspect ratio, and mainly the skew. The skew is a really important one, and the principal point if possible. So just go camera, BundleAdjust. Doesn't matter. Never mind. Constrain focal, aspect, skew, principal. We probably could turn this off since it looked very good to us. I'm actually going to do that, and just press apply. And now it's going to just take all these points and kind of snap them together. Snap everything to a single constant skew, aspect ratio, and focal length. I don't even know what skew is, but I know that it should be straight. So once you do this BundleAdjust, in general, everything will be fixed, and you can go ahead and export your data. So I'll meet you there again.